that's right, we're back with another video. And today I'm pretty excited because I'm here at Concrete Waves. Now I haven't skated the pool bowl for quite a while. I'm eager to get back in, and I figured learning a new trick might get those stoke levels up. So the one I thought I might go for today is the Fakie frontside grind. So coming in Fakie into a frontside grind, traveling backwards, and then bring it back in. So far I can do the frontside grind and come back in, so I've got the sort of coming back in bit forwards. I can also do the Fakie stall and then come back in. So I guess it's just a case of working out how to get this to move along the coping and come back in. Now my experience of turning stalls into grinds is it's not quite as simple as I would think. Just that sort of trying to get travelling and stay travelling raises all sorts of issues. I think the big one today for me is to be able to get enough speed out of the deep end, come up that waterfall Fakie and get onto the coping with enough speed. Another barrier to entry is the coping has got some good size divots and crevasses and it's pretty grizzled. So I think friction's going to be my foe. So I'm going to have to go proper fast and find some techniques to deal with travelling along and coming back in. Anyway, enough of my yakking, let's get into it. So I reckon one of the issues is going to be getting enough speed Fakie to get into this. So tuck my knees up on this Fakie calf, pump up the waterfall. Oh, not enough speed. I think another issue is going to be getting caught on these craters in the coping. So I think for that one, I'll just bend my knees up, see if I can stay inside the ramp a bit, see if I can push a bit of wheel onto the coping, take some of that pressure off. I think it's all a lack of speed at the moment, so if I can just keep my knees bent through this Fakie calf, that's a bit better. Whoa! See if I can hit the tiles on the Fakie calf this time. Oh! That one cross-locked the opposite way, which is the way I cross-lock pretty much everything. So I don't know whether that's the trucks wanting to go there or not. But I think the more I can bend my knees as I come up to the coping, and the more I can take speed across the coping, the better chance I've got of not sticking in one of these crevices. I think you can see on that last attempt, it just went up on its ear on that back truck. So I also need to take a bit of pressure off that new front foot, which was the back foot, so that it doesn't dig in. Okay, with a bit too much speed that time. Also didn't bend my knees coming over this waterfall, but I think this waterfall could be a handy aid to get more speed. Oh, oh, oh God. Wow, got a bit more of a successful grind that time, and that came from taking more speed across and also combining it with bending my knees at just the right time, so it would take the pressure off. But then I came to a halt. I just lost my bottle coming back in, sort of coming back in from a front side stationary after having a cup of tea. It's pretty nerve-wracking. So I think I'm trying to run before I can walk. Maybe I'll do a couple of stalls and then try and grind it. At least if I do a stall, it'll give me the idea of how to come back in or get that in the muscle memory a bit. That felt pretty okay. Just got to make sure I don't press too hard on the heel. Otherwise I'll skip a bit of the transition coming back in. So I think I just got to mellow out that coming back in. That time I was a bit nervous, so I went for it. I'll do a couple more, then back to the grind. I think the reason it's coming into that position is because I'm not committing enough with the shoulder round the turn. I'm sort of coming up like that and the board is tracking the same as my shoulders. So I think I need to just bring my shoulders around a touch more. Oh! Oh. Oh, dearie me, didn't quite have enough speed, so I overcooked it with a pump and shot out, cleared out the camera. I'm also starting to rush things a bit because the weather's changing and it is forecast to rain, so I'm thinking if I don't get this soon, I'm not going to get it. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's pretty scary, but it definitely grinds better if I bring my knees right up and also leave my body inside the transition. I think that engages these heel side wheels and they sort of roll on the coping a bit more, take a bit of pressure off the trucks. I think if I combine that with more speed and also a change of foot pressures as I go into it, might be able to have the opportunity to come out. Oh, oh, that one was close. I was going to go for it and then it suddenly slipped backwards quickly. So if I can get a consistent grind, I think I'm ready to bring it back in. Oh. Well, that was sort of it. Took a tea break to come back in. Managed to grind about half a block, but I think it gives me an idea of the flow that I need. Oh. Whoa! Okay, that time I didn't really have enough speed, so I delayed my turn onto the coping and also threw my weight along sideways, and that seemed to help. So even though I didn't have enough speed, I got one of my sort of better grinds and just chickened out because I was surprised for coming back in. So I think maybe I'll incorporate that, come up, turn a bit later, and that'll give me a little bit more speed going horizontally. Oh, that one was a lot better. I just missed my chance to come back in. Starting to get quite tired. I think the problem with this line of Fakie carving, bending my knees to pump, is it's pretty cardiovascular. So I'm out of breath all the time, got a right old sweat on. So I'm feeling that I should start to commit to a few now before it either rains or I run out of steam. Oh, 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 oh. Yes. Oh, okay, that was pretty close. I think I did just stop, but that's definitely the most fluid one I've had and the longest grind probably. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I'm gonna just try and relax a bit on this one. Oh, it worked. My old friend relaxing a bit seemed to work. I think I was technically going backwards when I brought that one back in. That felt really nice. The grind was okay. Oh my gosh. Well, that's it for this video, and that was a lot of fun. It's quite scary coming in backwards onto this coping. It's a little bit gnarled up. There's some good sized gaps. So I was finding I needed to get just the right technique to deal with that. And I think all of the usual tips really work. So bending my knees a lot seemed to take the pressure off the trucks and set the grind. Going as fast as I could seemed to really help because that inertia helped me plow through all of the divots. Another thing that really seemed to help was a lot of heel pressure. And I think that heel pressure helped put pressure onto the heel side wheels, which then sort of scooted across the coping and took a bit of pressure off the trucks. And I think looking back on it, whenever I did that heel side pressure, there was a lot less noise, which says to me there's a lot less friction. And then coming back in was just a wing and a prayer. It was getting used to feeling that it was time to come back in. And when I was traveling backwards, trying to still be traveling backwards and coming back in was a bit of a battle. I'm not convinced I totally got it. Maybe the sort of motion was there and it just stopped momentarily as I came back in. Managed to get a block and a half of grind, which I'm pretty happy with. So I'm going to keep working on these. The real barrier is the fatigue from having to do a fakie lap, bend the knees up, pump up 2 waterfalls, and then eventually get to try the trick. So this would probably be easier on somewhere where could sort of rock fakie on a mini ramp, but obviously I want to do it in the pool, on the pool coping, so it's a necessary evil to have to do that fakie pump. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, and also if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe. As ever, my name's been John Bishop, and I'm a middle-aged guy learning how to skate.